Next project we got, B. Which one you want to do?
Rod Wave.
You want to do Rod Wave?
This will be. We could talk about this one longer, but it's not the best.
So let's go ahead and talk about Rod Wave. Last lap. This is the first time Rod Wave has entered the BBC ethos. I've been to 2 Rod Wave concerts. Surprisingly, my girl loves Rod Wave. This is her favorite rapper / singer. I don't even know what to categorize him as. You have Apple Music, right? What category is this under exactly? But listen to Rod Wave's music. I remember when my girl was listening to Rod Wave when he wasn't as big, and so to see his progression into this crazy stardom, the surprising stardom that he has.
They say rap.
But to see him be under this crazy stardom that he currently has now is just so insane to me because it's just like once he came out with his debut album, Pray for Love, I think this is what it's called. Once he came out with that album, I'm just like, this album is huge. I'm like, I didn't hear anyone talking about Rod Wave before this. But my girl was jamming Rod Wave like every day. Like she listens to Rod Wave like almost every, because that's her favorite artist. Yeah. And my girlfriend, she's like part of the casual mainstream audience. And sometimes I might put her on the music. A lot of the music I try to put her on too. She says it's boring, but she loves Rod Wave. Yeah, and she's a huge Rod Wave fan. Like I said, I've been to 2 of his concerts just to go with her to support. So this is not my first Rod Wave project. The Rod Wave projects I've heard was Ghetto Gospel, Pray for Love, Soulfly, and Nostalgia. I've told her, my girlfriend, this all the time. I think Rod Wave should have just did Ghetto Gospel, Pray for Love, and Soulfly because to me those 3 projects is perfect. You don't need nothing else from Rod Wave. For me personally. Because I think I'm like, there's not much new he's going to do or that he can do that where he's really going to deviate from that sound. Yeah. And it just not get samey. Like, yes, all this stuff is samey too, but he at least evolves within the samey. He becomes a better artist. You get to hear his story a bit more. You can see the progression of him going into his stardom and how life of stardom actually affects him with an album like Soulfly. Heard Nostalgia last year when it came out because obviously my girl wanted to go to the concert. We have the vinyl. I was like, this, to me, I'm like, this is why I said that I don't want to stop at Soulfly because nothing else after this, he's never going to deviate after this. I'm like, and to me, Nostalgia was that first inkling for me because that was the first project I heard after Soulfly. I'm like, this is literally like the stereotypical Rod Wave sound. Now we have Last Lap. And Last Lap just cemented to me that Rod Wave is like, I don't want to say the Drake of this era, but he's like the numbers guy where it's like he's going to put up these crazy numbers. He's coming out with a yearly album. It's quantity over quality. I don't know what it is about Rod Wave. And if we're actually going into the project, because I want to give you my background on it. 4, 5, 6, 7. I only like 7 songs out of the 23. This album is 23 songs long with an hour and 7 minutes. My biggest problem with Rod Wave is that his albums is way too long. Way too long for what he does because he's very samey. He goes over the same subject matter every single album. And to me, like I always say, lyricism and subject matter is not like in the forefront. Like you got to talk about different things each song. It's about how you package it. Yeah. He don't package it differently, B. No. This is literally the same thing. Now, I will give him some grace in these 2 songs. But I got to also kind of pull back on him a little bit too. He did F Fame with Lil Yachty and Lil Baby. He rarely has features on his music. And that's one of the problems I have with his projects. Too much of him, and the albums are way too long. Lil Yachty, Lil Baby, this is kind of like not out of Rod Wave's wheelhouse all the way, but this is not usually what he goes for, especially with the features that he got. This was cool, but it didn't sound like a Rod Wave song. Yeah, like to me, I could have done different. Yeah, to me, I could have done without Rod Wave on the song, and it wouldn't have changed anything for me on the song. In fact, my girl, who was a big Rod Wave fan, she was like, "I like Lil Yachty the most on the song." And she's not a Lil Yachty fan. I was like, even Lil Baby had a cool verse. Then we got Federal Nightmares, where I like that only because it's paying homage to like the Young Jeezy. Early like T.I. 2000s trap era of 2000s era of trap music right there, and it pays homage because you can hear DJ Drama in the background of some of the production as well.
Juvenile in the beginning.
Yeah. Sample Juvenile. And so I like that, but this sound you could clearly tell is not for Rod Wave. He cannot do well on just the loud booming songs.
The production stands out. That's it.
Yeah, and so that's why I really liked it because I'm like, but he didn't sound good on that song because he's not like if I would have threw Young Jeezy on that back then, like back in TM 101, this would have been hard.
We was talking about this in the Discord, and they were like, "Yo, Federal Nightmare." I was like, "The beat's dope." That's it.
Yeah, because even my girl was like, I'm like, yeah, this is different for Rod Wave, but that's all I could give it because I like the beat. I don't like Rod Wave on this because he's trying to do this melodic
my family curse. I'm like, bro.
And to me, Rod Wave is one of those in this generation. He's one of those guys where. And I've said this before, he is the melodic version of Polo G. They do the exact same thing.
I'm trying to find a tweet real quick.
Go ahead. But they do the exact same thing. They talk about the same subject matter. They go on the same type of beats. They don't really change it up. Yeah, they might have hits here and there, but they're scattered across a whole bunch of nothingness. A lot of their music is just, it just exists. Like, if I told my girl this, if you listen to this Rod Wave project, this might be the best Rod Wave project for you if this is your first one and you're a Rod Wave fan, because that's how each of his projects is. The first one you listen to, that's going to be your favorite because that's the first one you get into. But as someone who has heard Rod Wave before, and this is supposed to be Last Lap, and I do want to say that I know that his uncle, who was his manager, did pass away, so he did have a song on here. He also teased a song that was supposed to be with him and Drake on here, but that didn't make the album as well. Besides me doing that, besides me including that, this album has no semblance of him doing any type of last lap. The way he was promoting it, kind of like, oh yeah, this is my last album. He's one of those, yeah, the industry man, like, I gotta sell my soul to the devil type stuff. Like, it's just, people want me for money. He's one of them type of emotional dudes that are just very surface level, like, I'm fighting demons. What demons? Man, I'm fighting demons. What demons? It's like, what are we doing? Yeah, this project is bad. This is not a good project. Like I said, for Rod Wave, if you do want to listen to him, which I don't recommend really like that, Ghetto Gospel, Pray for Love, Soulfly, and don't go to any deluxe edition because he already has loaded albums. Those are way more loaded, and it's not loaded with anything good.
Yeah. See,
go ahead, B.
I'm gonna start this off by a tweet by Tony Childs. I related to his tweet so much I had to retweet it. He goes, "I'm not listening to that sad, fat ass nigga music."
So that's how I got on my TL. I like that, TV. I like that.
You know what? Rod Wave, I have a brief history with him because I knew about him in 2018 and all that stuff. I remember the Heart on Ice song and all that crap. PTSD, I remember skimming through that. I remember skimming through Ghetto Gospel. Pray for Love had some stuff on the radio. But this is my first ever, listening to this album multiple times. And this was a freaking chore, bro. Bro, I feel like I'm still scrolling. An hour and 13 minutes, 25 tracks, B. Get up out of here, bro. Same stuff. My family curse. Ooh, this. I'm so sad. I'm like, bro, did he hit me with Federal Nightmares? I'm like, oh, he finna be something different. I feel my daddy back in jail, my mama or something.
My song's leaking.
My whole family cursed. I'm like, oh my God, bro, this boy just sad. I'm like, man, could you just I don't know, take some what's that some Zoloft, bro. Come on, man, you need to take some Zoloft or something, man, or some Ozempic. I don't know, bro. I don't know what you need to take, but you need to get off this, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not even being too hard on you because I'm not your crowd, but I'm just saying, I'm not listening to you no more.
B, this is every album. I want you to know that.
B,
and it's the sound is the same.
Heart on Ice, I like that song because that was it wasn't my introduction to him, but it's the first song I'm like, all right, I like this song.
And he hasn't wore out his welcome on you.
Yeah, because it's 2018, 2019-ish. So I'm like, no. But this album, bro, he wore out his welcome on the 6th track. Federal Nightmares, I'm like, all right, cool. And then I'm like, I didn't like beat. I like nothing on here but the Federal Nightmares beat. Mm-hmm. All I like was that beat. Other than that, I can't listen to this, bro. Passport, it's just so bloated of useless stuff.
That's why I said he's the Drake of this generation.
It felt like that Robert Holmes, whatever that Rupert Holmes pop singer I was talking about earlier. He had stuff was the lyrics and all this. I'm like, why are you still dragging on to this song? Why is this song even 3 minutes? Why does this song even exist? Mm-hmm. I just kept feeling this, and I don't like listening to an album, and I just feel like it's a chore, bro. And I'm like, it's no way you feel this way. It's no way that he be like, yo, I'm blowing this out. Bro, we all are realistic. We know ourselves. We are our worst critics. How do you not know this is too much? You could have at least 14. 15, B? B, I'm on the 15th track. I got 10 more to go. That's insane. That's a whole nother album. And it's not a deluxe. You think he gonna drop a deluxe?
Yes.
The Last Lap deluxe?
He has a song with Drake, so yes.
And I don't even know what else to say.
B.
Bro, I listened to this twice.
Yeah. And you probably listen to about 3 or 4 Rod Wave albums. Because this is all his albums are. It's the same subject matter.
And the song is Yo Girl, I got cousins, all female, love him. Yeah. I'm be at his concert. They went to his concert in Houston.
Went to his concert, a lot of women. Obviously online, I see a lot of women talking about this album.
Rod Wave.
It's mostly women that talk about this album.
Did I say Rod Wave the Tyler Perry of the generation, right?
I think you said.
Yeah, I said that. He is. He puts out what his audience want. He feeds the black female audience like Tyler Perry. And they're going to come and support him year by year.
But they wouldn't want no man like this in real life, though.
You say what?
They wouldn't want no man
No,
like this
they'll
in real
get
life. He
sick of him.
complains too much.
Yeah,
he
they
cries
just
too much.
they
He
all
cries too much.
women always say, "Oh, I want a man that's in touch with his
Sensitive.
emotions." But
Emotionally
this guy right
intelligent.
here, this guy right here, I'm gonna tell you something.
He's making love with his emotions.
He's not even in touch with his emotions because he can't even express them. He barely say what's going on. He give you the a blanket. Oh, my dad in jail. Like, what that done to you with your dad being in jail? Like him in and out of jail. How did that affect you in your life? What it do with your trust issue? I'm just saying it from this context. I don't know. He probably got into it in some of his other stuff, but I don't know. Like you said, it's the same jargon, and I'm good.
Like I said, it's like the Polo G of
Yeah.
whatever genre this is, hip hop.
Hey, but Rod Wave, keep doing you, man. I respect your hustle. You gonna get your money.
I think all his albums are platinum.
Do your thing, man.
That's
Hey,
crazy.
do your thing.
That is crazy to me, B.
All of them, jeez.
I think so. I think he has 5 or 6 platinum albums. But yeah, for a Rod Wave project, this
Oh, I forgot to put Wave.
just this does nothing for me.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to at least review one Rod Wave project on this channel. We probably will never have to touch on this again unless I listen to another
5
one.
platinum albums.
Oh yeah, see, that's why I say he's a numbers guy. He's gonna put all them
And
songs
look,
on
B,
there. But I think it's because he has the
19, 20,
motivational
21,
songs too.
22, 23.
That's the thing is like a lot of rappers ain't really doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
And making it, I don't want to say sound good, but doing it in a melodic tone where someone casual could come in and listen to it. And
You
like,
think this album will go platinum? Because this is a wonky year for music. This would be a testament of the time if this album goes platinum.
he has a really strong fan base.
I'm not disagreeing.
Because I'm
with
not
you,
gonna
bro.
lie, that nostalgia album, I'm like, oh, they're not gonna like this.
I love
Platinum.
it, man.
I'm like, oh, how? And we went to the concert, filled out. People like to me, but that's because Rod Wave has one of those really, really strong fan bases. Like I don't know.
He's a Tyler Perry of the rap game.
I'm just trying to see, like, yeah,
And that's not even crazy money listeners. They just loyal. He got a cult fan base. Because I know you got to do other.
yeah,
freaking
7
streaming
monthly
platforms.
listeners
On
at Prime
Spotify.
Music.
On
Yeah,
Spotify.
on Spotify. This, yeah. I don't have any more thoughts about this. It's just like Rod Wave. He makes the same songs every single time.
The Spider-Man meme.
Yeah, each album. That's each album. That's all it is. But yeah, Rod Wave. This is disappointing. But I'm also not your fan base. But also, if I listen to a rapper's project or if I listen to an artist's project, I kind of want something a bit different from the last one.
Bro, my girl hate Rod Wave, bro.
The production is the same, B. The subject matter, the flows, the way you sing, it's the same. Nothing changes. Just the order of your words. That's all it is. And it got me thinking, like, but am I like this for Future? But I could also judge, like, oh, this Future project's kind of like.
Yeah,
it's
but
subpar.
at least Future gonna give you some.
He's gonna give me some
bangers.
He's
bro.
gonna give me some variation within the
Yeah.
same subject matter.
Facts.
Rod Wave does not do that. It's the same thing, and it's bloated. It's
And,
over.
and Future can do Rod Wave better. Like when Future puts out like what's that track on the last project?
You talking about we
I
still
miss
don't
my
trust you?
dog. Like I miss on mistake. I miss my. I lost my friends or something.
Yeah, I lost my
I lost my
dog.
homie, whatever. Bro, that's some Rod Wave stuff, but Future does it much better.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.